welcome back to the Turnaround Team podcast. I'm Craig Pinkard, and our guest today is Kevin Dempsey. He's done it all from inspection to installing to QC. He even tried his hand at a little bit of lab testing. So, Kevin, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem, man. Why don't you go ahead and give us a rundown on how you got your start in refractory?
Well, I had my cousin of mine come up to me and gave me a bright idea to go do a turnaround with him. And I was like, it'd be just one turnaround, just to make a little bit of money. And that was in 96, I believe. And and I've seen that turnaround money, and I've been stuck since. I live for it now. So
yeah, that's how it happened for all of us. I mean, I did the same thing. Dropped out of school and needed a job, and of course, run to the family because I'm like, hey, I need a job, and they were probably the only ones brave enough to give me one at that point. So and that's the first thing I did. I got the first paycheck, and I was hooked. You said that was in 96? That's when you first started doing turnarounds?
Yeah, 96.
Okay. So at what point did you get into inspection?
In inspection, I got an inspection back in 2006 with Jenkins.
Okay. So you started in 96 with High Tech.
Yes. Yep.
And then with Jenkins. So pretty much the two places where everybody got their start.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Jenkins and High Tech.
Yep. That's where I also got my start a little bit in the lab too with Jenkins. So.
Yeah. I remember that short run that you had over there.
Yeah, it was short lived.
Yeah, it's not if you're not into, which I hate math, and that's pretty much the whole entire job is math. But if you're not really into math or trying to figure out, why that rock is doing what it's supposed to be, or it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, then it's just a very boring job. And so, but then you work with other people in inspection, not just Jenkins. You had Mistras, and you had a couple other places, didn't you?
Yeah, Mistras, Intertech, ALS, Metalogics, Stronghold. I was with them for a couple of jobs too. When I got out full-time in inspection, I was basically contractor inspector. I just, whoever had the job, that's who I went to. Just bounce around from there and on.
Yeah, that's how a lot of people have to do it. I mean, you can't stay loyal and wait around. You gotta go where the job is. So which place were you working with that sent you to Canada for however long?
That was with Intertech the first time, with the old Beaver. And then when we went to Metalogics, sent me back to Canada.
How'd you like it?
It sucked. The first time I went, it was okay, I guess, because I was able every 30 days or whatever, I just drive to New York, spend the weekend in New York, because every 30 days you have to get out of Canada without a visa. So you go out, stay out 24 hours, but I just stay 2 days and then turn around, come back, and then reset my clock. And then, went all over Montreal, checked out a bunch of things, and which that part was cool until I wound up going to Wendy's one day and went to order my food and stuff, and, had a law in Quebec. They have to greet you in French first. So I went up there, they greeted me in French, and I told them, well, I don't understand French, I'm sorry. Then they're like, yeah, no problem. They started speaking English. There was a young kid behind me, and he didn't like the fact I was an American and I didn't speak French. So he just started bumping his gums. And I was like, man, I'm in another country. I don't need to get in no trouble. I'm just going to just tell him, hey, dude, I'm not in the mood. Sorry, I try to learn French. I don't understand it. Sorry, nothing I can do about it. He kept on getting a little bit outraged. So the manager come over, she kicked him out. So he was pretty mad that the American got to stay and he had to leave. So they kicked him out. I ordered my food, sat there and ate, walked out the door, and he's sitting there waiting for me. And he went back to bumping his gums again. I was like, look, dude, just go on about your way. I'm not in the mood. So he hauled off and hit me. Well, they didn't raise no little girl, so he hit me. Well, the fight was on. So I did my I did I did my best back kick ever. It was pretty cool because when I kicked him, he did a flip over the bushes. I was pretty excited about that. I was like, man, I didn't know I kicked my leg up that high. So so when he went over the bushes, I jumped over the bushes and started fighting. I didn't realize there was a police station right next door to the Wendy's, and there was a cop right across the street. So they came out. That police department emptied like quick. They arrested both of us, and it was before they legalized weed. So they got him on charge. Got me. They were arresting me for assault. So we go inside. They booked me in. And it's kind of hard to make a collect call to the United States when you're in Canada because you get that one free phone call. I'm like, man, who am I going to call? So the only number I had that was a Canadian number was Dime, the owner of the fab shop I was at. So I had to call him, and he called the engineers, the company the plant I was working. So they both show up. I'm like, man, hell, I'm going to get deported. I'm going to get my job. But after I made my phone call, they took me to the back and was asking me where I was from and all this and that. And they're like, in Canada, there's no such thing as self-defense. If they hit you, you got to back away and put your hands up. You got to call the police. I'm like, yeah, that don't happen where I'm from. I said, where are you from? And at the time, I lived in Texas. I said, I'm from Texas. He's like, well, that explains a lot. What the hell you mean by that? He said, look, you can't do your cowboy ways and just decide to beat people up. I'm like, look, I did not go out. I didn't go out looking for this fight. So, but yeah.
It sounds like you finished it, though.
Oh, yeah, I definitely finished it. Like I said, that was my best back kick I ever did. Well, remember that back kick I did on you at the apartments for those ROTC pants?
Yeah, I was like 10 years old. You were beating up on a little kid. Yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah, but you were my height.
Yeah.
So.
I gave a 10-year-old your height.
Yeah. So that one was a little bit better. He was almost 5'9", 5'10", so I was actually able to get a kick up that high, and I was pretty impressed. I was like, cool. I didn't know my little legs could get that high, but that's pretty cool.
Good. So all I can tell you is that kick, it didn't feel very good. Damn near knocked me out.
There wasn't no purpose, so. But other than that, Montreal is the casinos are great, the scenery's great. It's just a lot of the people there don't like Americans. So, but there's a lot more nice ones than there are mean ones. Ontario was nice. Alberta's nice. I've been all over Canada. And, I've had my fair share of traveling. Most of my traveling internationally was through inspections. So I went to Aruba, spent 60 days in Aruba. I went to the Dominican Republic, spent a month in the Dominican Republic, and Mexico for 2 months. I got to go to Spain for 1 day. And then as doing back to installing QC stuff after I got out of inspections, I've been to Europe. We're supposed to probably be going to Colombia this year. So kind of seeing what's going to happen.
And so right now you're doing QC.
Yes.
How long have you been doing that?
Shoot. I was doing QC before I started doing inspections. So it was around 2004 I started doing QC. I got out of it and I went back to QC in 2000. 2007? 2017 or 18.
Okay. And you've been doing QC ever since then?
Yes.
So is it just a preference thing for you, or would you ever get back into inspection?
I'll definitely go back to inspection. QC has been really active and keeping me busy. So I go where the work is, and most of the work's been QC stuff. So QC dies down and inspection picks back up, then I'll go back to inspection.
And you guys still got the family with you? Bubba's still out there, or?
Bub pretty much he got away from it. He's doing mechanical stuff now. He's a boiler maker. But I got my daughter, and I also got Rusty too with me. So matter of fact, we leave Sunday to get another job.
And you said that you got your daughter out there working in a respirator trailer, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, me personally, I wanted to send her out chipping, but the upper management won't let me do that. So they told me no.
So Bubba's doing a boilermaker, but I also came across his YouTube channel where he's playing video games or something or other.
Yeah, he's doing jump scare videos and basically haunted house stuff. It's pretty cool. He gets to run around and get the living shit scared out of him, scream all night.
And you were on one of his videos doing that, weren't you? I was just watching. I was looking for the piece where you were on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I get on it every now and then, just when they want to torment me. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's for the young-hearted. I mean, my old ticker can't handle too many more things like that. So,
yeah, I was watching a little bit of it. I was a little confused on what was going on, or why he was doing it. But you were talking a little bit about how you're actually hooked up to a machine or something, and it's reading your reactions, and that's how you win or lose the game. Or
yeah, it'll go by your voices, and then it's got a little trailer, and it goes and reads your insanity, and then if your insanity goes way too high, you take insanity pills and lower that level down, or just die of insanity. Which my insanity's up there already, but.
Oh, you beat me to that one, because that's exactly what I was about to do. I don't know how you win that game when you're just completely insane all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I do stupid things every now and then, especially when I get bored. And if they put you on lockdown during COVID, you get bored, burn your car into a tree just because you're bored. So,
Yeah, I heard about that one. Didn't you break your face doing that?
yeah, I knocked a couple of teeth out, busted my lip, gashed my lip open, and you know what's weird about all that? My wife was the cameraman, and my daughter and my son were the safety crews with fire extinguishers.
And so they were on the safety crew, but they didn't ask you to wear a helmet or anything like that?
Well, I did wear a helmet, but the thing was, the day prior to doing that, we got bored. So it was you remember Hello Kitty, my Toyota?
Yeah, the one that couldn't make it up 146. I remember that shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I shot the day before I hit the tree with it. I shot it all up with the AR-15, just for a board. Well, I shot all the seatbelts out of it. So, lesson learned: if you're going to hit a tree, don't shoot the car before you hit the tree, because you shoot all the seatbelts out of it, and you have nothing to hold you. So I had my helmet on. I hit the tree about 20, 25 miles an hour. Airbag deployed, and I figured I'd brace myself with my arms, which airbag knocked my arms out of the way, and I ate the steering wheel and pushed the helmet to my face. So
There's no fucking way you did that. Just
Yeah.
planned it out for just to run your car into a tree. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Well, I was trying to flip the car and jump it and stuff like that, but it ran so slow, it wouldn't flip, it wouldn't jump. So I was like, the only other thing to do is hit a tree with it. So, and yeah, the tree won.
They normally do. I've hit a few myself. So what's this feud I hear you have with Victor?
Oh, Super Inspector?
Super Inspector. Oh shit. All right.
Yeah.
Victor Kenya.
Yeah. Oh man. Tell you what, he's a cool guy and all, but he could be a real pain in my ass sometimes. And we were on a job and we're going through, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I have all my ITPs rolled out and stuff, going through, looking at things, and he's very, very picky. So he goes through, looks at this one thing, he's been looking at this thing a couple times, signing on the same paper. So right above where he was at was a field joint, and it's all tied together. All right, cool. He looks at it. we're arguing about certain things. And he's like, you know what? It's fine. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. Let's go ahead. Let's move forward. All right, cool. So I hand him my ITP. And he looks at it, he said, oh, this ain't the right one. I was like, are you kidding me? This is the same one we've been using. He's like, no, I want a different one. And I almost got ready to just punch him right there, just because he pissed me off. So, yeah, he got a little bit of karma, came back to him because he went out to another job with us, and we brought him in as RQC. And Christian Aguilar, a different company, was the inspection. Christian Aguilar is the exact same way Victor is. So I was like, cool, I'm going to put Victor on ice to deal with Christian. I'll deal with, John Banks and all them on dates. Yeah. Victor comes to me and said, man, this guy, he's just so picky about everything. Man, this is just, I can't do it no more. I was like, hey, cool. That's you. No, I ain't that bad. I said, oh yeah, y'all are a spitting image of each other. That's karma right there. That is you. That's your twin. No, man, no, look, I apologize. I'm sorry. I was like, hey, y'all are both dickheads. I said, but yeah.
But y'all were able to kiss and make up, huh?
Oh yeah. Victor's my boy. It's just, if you work with somebody and you get tensions tied, trying to get the job done, tensions are up, everybody's going to argue. But at the end of the day, he's still my boy. I will punch my boy in the throat any day of the week. It don't matter who you are. But
yeah, I know. I mean, we're family. You fucking back kicked me across the damn room. So I believe you when you say that. All right. Well, it was good to hang out with you and get on, have you come on and tell some old stories and bullshit a little bit.
Oh yeah, been a blast, man. I appreciate it.
We'll definitely have to get you back on the next couple months or so and see how you're doing and see if you beat the hell out of anybody else in a different country.
Well, we'll see how Colombia goes.
All right, well, keep us updated, man.
All right, brother.
All right, thanks.